All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. What is good? What is good? What is good, ladies and gentlemen? Of course, you know who I be. Good Doc, Dr. Mike TV. Back again, once again. You already know what it is, baby. Instant classic in the making. First time to the channel, guys. You already know the rules. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you notify. Make sure you do all the things to make yourself well versed in the Good Docs content. All my good ish shall be listed in the links in the description area below. Official time check, ladies and gentlemen. It is 9:12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which makes it about 8:12 Central, which makes it roughly about what? 6:11 or 6:12 p.m. for everybody repping that West Coast, and of course, 10:12 a.m. Philippine Standard Time. Wherever you guys are reporting in the world today, maraming salamat sa lahat, and thank you guys for joining the Good Dive for what is poised to be a great show. All right, now Doc's gonna take an alternate viewpoint when it comes to the Philippines opening up. All right, Doc's gonna take a viewpoint that is probably not going to be the most popular one, and it's okay. My job here is to just create the narrative. How y'all run with it, y'all do whatever it is the hell y'all want to do with it. All right, so much love to everybody showing up, man. Do not forget to drop your like when you come into the building. All right, Doc does not ask much of you guys. The like is mandatory by law. All right. The likes are mandatory by law. Again, if you want to support, please feel free to do so. But like I said, I'm happy and blessed y'all choose to come through, spend a little bit of time with the boy today, now and then. All right, let's go ahead and cut to the chase, ladies and gentlemen. Here is why some Filipinas may not be welcoming of sorts when the country opens up to foreigners again. Today, guys, we're going to talk about why some Filipinos may not be so forthcoming, may not be as welcoming, and may not be as happy or excited about the idea of the Philippines opening up again. Guys, we got the good news roughly about a couple weeks ago that there was a transition of the country opening up, potentially. Awesome news. Sounds good in theory. Let's hope that they follow through with it, okay? But I want to take you guys back roughly about 2 years ago, right? A not so magical time known as 2020, more specifically around the time frame of March of 2020, right? So around March of 2020, there was an event, a catastrophic event, if you ask the right person, that took place, and it basically handicapped the entire world. A little something known as the virus, right? The vid, right? The vid-19, man. It hit the world and took the world by storm. And I do not believe that people took it as serious in the beginning, but the only time motherfuckers started taking it real serious was when they actually decided to halt traveling, period. More specifically to a place like the Philippines. Now, I do not know the exact date where they stopped accepting inbound foreigners into the Philippines, but let's just say it did happen in the year of 2020. So roughly 2 years ago to date, the Philippines basically shut down due to the world going through whatever you want to say it's going through, right? Now, I want you to understand there were a lot of guys out there, man. A lot of you guys. You had your girls waiting for you. You know, you was talking to your boo thing, talking to your girl online, talking about, yo, I'm gonna come see you, baby. You know, I can't wait to see you, love. Oh my God, my trip is in a week. My trip is in a couple of months, boo. Can't wait to see you. Sending you little kissy face emojis and shit. You know what I'm saying? Telling your girl you just so excited to see her and shit. She all excited to see you and shit. Everybody all excited to see them, see their significant others, right? Again, pandemic shut all that shit down. 1 year turns into 2 years. We're still not able to travel, right? And eventually, let's just say that some foreigners decided to abandon ship. Okay, let's keep it a buck and a half, man. Some foreigners decided to chuck the deuces and abandon ship, i.e., they just basically stopped talking to their Filipina, or they stopped having conversations with their Filipina, or they just basically said, fuck this, I can't travel. Why am I wasting my time? Who knows when the world is going to open up again? I have to focus on something else. I have to focus on the now because I can't look forward to a trip that may or may not happen. As a result, a lot of foreigners decided to say, you know what? I'm good, y'all. I don't want to do this no more. I'm not interested. You know, y'all do your thing, y'all do your thing, right? So in that regard, what happened was a lot of Filipinas were left high and dry, right? A lot of Filipinas left high and dry. Their foreign white knight said, nah, boo, it's not happening, right? I can't send you money anymore. I can't do nothing for you anymore. I lost my job, or I'm working from home and the salary's not the same, or it's not in my best interest to continue talking to you and or with you because, baby girl, I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna be able to see each other. The vid does not want us to have conversations. So that's what ended up happening, man. They stopped helping, no help, no nothing. Okay. Now, you guys thought this would be the best thing for you, like I said, because, you couldn't travel, you couldn't get any. So why are you going to send money, or why are you going to take care of a girl that you're not going to, be able to hook up with? And respectfully so, you know what? I can't even be mad at you for making that decision, because I probably would have made the exact same decision. But I want you to understand the mindset of where I'm going with the not so welcoming thought process of foreigners coming back to the country, and we're gonna really get that in just a second. Okay. Sometimes I wonder how forgiving Filipinas can be. A lot of the times I wonder how forgiving Filipinas can be. Now, for the most part, I do believe Filipinos are very forgiving, right? Some say all you gotta do is flash the cash, right? Show them a little money and shit, and amnesia kicks in, or all things will be good. But what I'm noticing is, with the way the world is transitioning now, inflation rates and all of that jazz, what you thought you would probably have to spend in the beginning to probably get a girl, if that was the case, definitely is not going to be the case this time around. The money and the financials are definitely going to be a little bit different than you probably would have planned for the first time around. Okay. And I want you to understand that it's not so much of the inflation rate that plays a part, but the other part of it is, now you're dealing with a Filipina that has past trauma, Filipinas that are dealing with past issues with foreigners, i.e., the guy that was talking to her in 2020 that left her ass high and dry. You understand? So now you're dealing with a girl with a mindset that says, oh my God, when things get hard or things get tough or whatever, foreigners are just going to up and leave me. So now I don't know if I can trust them. I don't know if they're going to be here for me, or if they're just here for this or that. You got to deal with the emotional aspect. I do believe there will probably be some emotional trauma as a result of them being left behind. Like the book. If you've ever seen if you ever read the book Left Behind, I forgot the author, man. That book scared the hell out of me. Anyways, I read it when I was younger, so don't ask me why I remember it. Yeah, it stuck with me. But if you think about it from the past, y'all, you're dealing with now women that have probably dealt with and fuck with foreigners in the past, but those foreigners left them behind. So now you're dealing with having to mend the emotional aspect of a female. Now, a lot of y'all be like, look, man, Doc, I'm here to hit it and quit it, my boy. If I just want to get my willy wet, have a girl tickle my pickle a little bit, I'm gonna AC or something like that, right? But I like to believe that not every guy that shows up to the chat is a hit it or quit it type of guy. I like to believe that there are some guys that are potentially looking for what could potentially be a long-term relationship. I'm not saying all of y'all. I know my red pill gentlemen out there. I know my audience. I know the guys that are in it to win it. I know my guys that are in it just to get what it is in the moment and keep it pushing. I know guys that are dedicated to the idea of potentially, settling down with a young lady, a Filipina, probably already talking to somebody. But if you're dealing with a Filipino with past foreign trauma, like we talked about before, now you have to go through the process of trying to convince her that you're not like them. You have to go through the process of trying to convince the Filipina, I am not like the other guy who left you before, And that becomes a daunting task in itself. So I want you to understand, guys, when it comes to getting back or reacclimated to going to the Philippines and being around Filipinos and shit, I would not be surprised if there are quite a few of them that are not so welcoming as you thought they would be. I would not be surprised if there was a couple in the cut looking at foreigners with the side eye, like, oh, no, y'all motherfuckers come back now. Where were you at when we were struggling, right? Where the fuck was y'all at when we were struggling? Where was y'all at when we were struggling? You understand? So there ain't no forgive and forget with a lot of that shit, right? Everybody want to come around when everything is good, but they want to step off when shit goes tits up. So I want you to understand the mindset of some Filipinos, right? and how they're probably not going to all be welcoming. Let's not talk about Filipinos in general. I know there are quite a few that are not happy with the country opening up itself, but of course, knowing that the majority of my audience is male, and a lot of you guys do plan to deal and or interact with Filipinos, I want you to understand that you may have to deal with this. This may be something that could, potentially slow things down a little bit for you, or put a perspective in the Filipino's mind that'll alter the way you would have to approach her. Back in the day, it was so easy, I would like to believe. But now, past trauma, dealing with past foreigners saying goodbye, having to deal with everything country has put them through, lockdowns, no jobs, with jobs they got to do just to make ends meet. Because I want you to understand, Filipinos did not get a stimulus check, y'all. All right? Filipinos did not get stimulus checks like we did. The majority of us got about 3, unless y'all balling out of control. And I know there's a lot of y'all out there, y'all, unless y'all balling out of control and you leveled up or you got your own businesses, maybe y'all got those PPP loans, right? So I do believe that, if I'm being fair, the majority of the individuals who rock with the good doc, y'all either received a stimulus check or you received a PPP loan. One or the other. If you're lucky, you got both, right? So because my mind is like that, and understanding that we were able to be blessed and benefited with our government printing money to get to us, let's just say the same rules do not apply overseas, y'all. Let's just say the same rules did not apply for Filipinos, man. The middle class suffered the most, y'all. The middle class suffered the most. Just like in the United States, the middle class suffers the most too. But I want you to think about this. The poor, with all due respect, the lower socioeconomic class, the poor, they were still getting bread from the government, right? They were still getting money from the government. The government was still feeding them, and the government was still giving them money. That never changed. The upper echelon, the people who are the upper class, man, they didn't hurt for nothing, man. Yeah, they might have lost billions on that year or the couple of years, but businesses still operated as usual. I'm not going to cry because a billionaire lost $1 billion in 1 year, because they're going to make it back, right? And with all due respect, if I lost a bill, I probably did in my feelings too. But let's just say that I don't have a lot of sympathy for the rich, right? Because I don't think they give a fuck about me. You feel me? So when you think about the poor being taken care of by the government, you think about the upper echelon, having money and probably prepared for situations like this prayerfully. Nobody really suffered at the top. I'm not wishing ill will on anybody, of course. Who suffered the most, man? Middle class. They lost their jobs. There was not a lot of work from home. You mean to tell me that you were going to try to take care of families by giving them food rations every now and again? My boy, some canned sardines and a sack of rice once every couple of weeks or so, once every month or so. My guy, that's unfortunately not going to help. You understand? I know it's not going to help, because Filipinos eat rice like no other. And imagine you got 2, 3 mouths to feed plus your own. That's not going to last very long. You feel me? So when I'm talking about it, I'm talking about the people who really suffered. So if you dealt with and or, had relationships with a young lady that was trying to struggle to make ends meet herself, but she was working hard and, she was saving up. But, this shit hit. Now she can't work. She can't do this. She can't do that. Now all of a sudden it's like, well, damn. Where were y'all at when I needed you the most? Right? Where were y'all at? You was rocking with me before. Now all of a sudden, if things go bad, you can't come see me. But where were y'all at when I needed you the most? So when I say that to say this, y'all. I'm not expecting open arms when I get back. I'm not. I'm not saying that they gonna spit on you or try to shit on you. No, of course not. But I'm not really expecting people to vibe with me like they did once before. Maybe it's their feelings about the whole lockdowns. Maybe it's the trauma suffered during the time where they couldn't do shit. Maybe it was I dealt with the guy. Now this guy didn't want to deal with me. Now the country's opening up and I might have an opportunity to deal with a foreigner. But now I have to tread lightly because I know that if things go bad, like I said before, y'all can leave with quick. Again, is my thought process valid? Yes, 100%. Do I believe that everybody thinks like me? Absolutely not. And the reason that is because we're foreigners, y'all. We're foreigners. Let's keep it a buck and a half, y'all. We are the Foreigner men. We think about things that benefit us as Foreigner, right? Traveling, opening up, beautiful, right? Opportunity comes, now we get to travel. Oh shit, been waiting for this my whole life. Now I get to finally go. Oh shit, wet dream about to happen. Guess where I'm going? The grown man's Disneyland. You feel me? So we're excited, but yet and still, because I'm really about the mind, and I'm really an observer of sorts, and I don't know what the fuck it is, man. It really eggs the hell out of me because sometimes I overthink shit. But my thought process is, we are happy, but how are these people feeling when we come back, right? Or what's the thought process when they see us now? We might have had that rock star wannabe lifestyle treatment or whatever the fuck you want to call it back then, but now we're dealing with Filipinos and Filipinas with differing mindsets, having gone through what I would consider to be a traumatic situation, a traumatic experience, a 2-year plus traumatic experience. So, gentlemen, I don't know how y'all feel about it. I don't know. I mean, I'm just talking out the side of my neck. You know what it is. But I wanted to really share that dialogue because, again, like I said, I think about the people, man. I think about the people I'm about to immerse myself in so that I can channel the energy necessary to deal with the people around me. I just feel as though we may not be as welcomed as we were once before. And that's all I want to say, y'all, man. Appreciate y'all listening. Appreciate y'all allowing me to get that monologue out. I see we got 18, 17 of us in the building right now. Appreciate y'all locking in. If you have not dropped your like yet, I'm going to give y'all 5 seconds to drop that like, okay? All right. If y'all got your likes in, highly appreciate that. All right. If you guys want to support in any capacity, man, the good doc would highly appreciate that one. But again, happy and blessed that y'all come through, spend a little bit of time with the boy today. Okay. Again, my mindset thinks a little different than others, man. But again, like I said, I appreciate y'all locking in. Let's see who's in the building today. My man Oscar B, man, congratulations on opening up to, finally getting your tickets and everything, locking in and rocking in with you. I guess the Philippines will definitely be seeing you soon, sir. Hey, keep me posted, bro. You got my email, all right? Shout out to my brother K Dallas. What's going on with you? My boy Kyle. Appreciate you locking in, bro. My man Eyes On, appreciate you. My man Will, appreciate you locking in. King, tapping in with the good doc tonight, man. Appreciate you coming through. And I hope that this topic was something of interest. Like I said, it's a differing thought process, but I believe that if we're going to be successful in a country like the Philippines, people think I'm crazy, but you got to think like the locals, right? We always talk about, yo, man, we got to act like the locals, man. We got to be like the locals, right? Do as the locals do when they deal with the females, and we should be, good. But I think that success really is channeled through being able to, I'm gonna use, I think I'm using this word right, empathize, right? I believe that success is really built on the ability to empathize with people. Understand, yo, they've been going through some shit too, right? It's Black History Month. Shout out to all my brothers out there, gang, gang. Uh, I don't really feel like reliving or rehashing the past and talking about slavery and shit like that. I'm the type of person I want to look forward, and I want to look forward to the building with my people. You feel me? So, the same rules apply even when I'm going to places abroad. I feel like the ability to be able to empathize, sympathize if necessary, but to channel the energy necessary to deal with the people around you, I do believe that is beneficial down the line, right? So that's why I have this different thought process. My man says, Doc, what do you know about men rushing to the Philippines only to find out their girl can't stay with them in an Airbnb? I haven't heard anything like that yet. Maybe you've heard that from another channel. If you're needing to quarantine, absolutely. If you're needing to quarantine, absolutely. If you're an unvaccinated foreigner, I can see that being a thing. As far as you being blocked from seeing your girl, I think that would only be valid, like I said, only through quarantining, because afterwards, even though you took your PCR test the 2 days or 48 hours before your trip, you show up, you do your thing, you're locked in, you're already there. Didn't they say something to the effect of you just self-monitor? So I'm trying to figure out how are they not going to allow your girl to come? I think that if you put it as far as guests, right? Because when you book, you do have to tell them how many people are staying most of the time. If you say 2 people are staying, then I do not see why there would be a legit reason for them to decline you from being able to stay. I'm not seeing that. But again, that's not too far fetched of a thing as well. It just depends on who the Airbnb host is, and I do believe that you should probably indicate that you're flying from the foreign. I mean, from the I'm sorry, flying from the United States or whatever home country you're coming from. Let them know where you're coming from, and that'll either let them know or if they'll be open to allowing you to stay or whatever. So there shouldn't be any issues or concerns, right? See, me, the beautiful thing about it is I have all of the contact details of all of the Airbnbs that I stayed at before. So if I really do need to get an Airbnb when I touch down, all I'm gonna do is just write them and see if it's okay, right? Because they know it's me and my girl the last time I stayed, so that was never really an issue. So as long as they know it's me and I can prove to them that I'm good to stay in their spot, I don't really see there being an issue with that. But again, like I said, I have prior experience with my Airbnb host. So that's just a network that I created for myself. That way I wouldn't have any issues finding a place when I get there. All right. Shout out to my man Mike's Philippines Journey. What's up with you, brother? Y'all make sure y'all smash that like for the boy. I appreciate you. If you haven't checked out my man Mike's channel, please check it out. My man says if you're flying in, don't forget the copy of that RT-PCR test. Filipina in line in front of us got her feelings hurt. Sad shit, bro. I don't know what to tell you, but hey, it is what it is, Pin Juice. All right, it is what it is. I think I'm lagging somewhere. Give me a second, y'all. All right, shout out to my man Edward Crandell. Appreciate you locking in, my brother. My brother Robert, always good to see you pimping. He said, Doc's Filipinas impression kind of sounds like Mike's. Hey, man, me and Mike, we've been doing this shit for too long. That's all I can tell you. If you do enough videos, man, the shit just seems to start blending after a while. My man says, I supported all the women while you guys been away, and it wasn't easy. Chosen One had to financially stimulate the entire Angeles city by himself. How dare you make that man do it all by himself? You understand? See, that's the problem, y'all. Everybody flaked, right? But the real ones that stayed 10 toes down, ladies and gentlemen, you had those that were down there in the trenches, getting it in, holding it down for everybody else, right? So those are the guys that you got to make sure you put some spec on their name, all right? So shout out to you, brother. Trauma and hurting does not pay the rent. Filipinos are resilient and adapt to just about anything. They will probably get over it. Of course they will. I'm just thinking about a different thought process because it's trauma, man. I mean, again, they've been through probably worse. Living in a country where sometimes the opportunities are limited at best. Like I said, man, some people tell you straight up, man, flash the cash, get the ass. That's gonna be my new video. I'm gonna probably make that a video. Flash the cash, get the ass. That is classic, bro. That's gonna be one of my greatest videos of all time. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Give me a second. I'm gonna make sure. Hey, I'm copywriting that shit. Make sure nobody touch my shit, man. Flash the cash, get the ass. That's me. I don't know what I'm gonna talk about in the video. I gotta come up with a concept, but yeah, that's gonna be a video coming out soon. I gotta edit it. Flash the cash, get the ass. Aha! Yeah, that's gonna be a legit one. Anywho, now that I've found a video topic to focus on in the next week or so, I do believe Filipinos overall to get over it. I ain't saying that they won't. I'm just saying that, they go through some shit. And I do believe that for that foreigner shit, if you dealt with a foreigner prior to them, some bitches gonna be in their feelings, bro. You gotta understand. Some ain't gonna be too happy. All right. You gotta try to prove to them you're not like all the other guys out there. It's a lot of shit, bro. He said, Dog, what do you know about men rushing to the Philippines only to find out due to COVID regulation, them girls? Did I already read that one? Oh, you said it twice, bro? I'm saying to myself, I no, I read that shit. My man says, Thai women stay ready no matter what the state of the world is. Hey, man, don't put nothing past them, man. Don't put nothing past them. Hey, Thai girls, man, they don't play games with y'all. Big facts, all right? My man Will says, my W-2 form this year almost made me choke. My tax returns are going to suck this year. Still no bridges fixed or potholes patched, though. Come on, bro. You know better than that. Shit, you know where that money going. Hey, they gotta make up for lost time, sir. Mm, they gotta make up for all that money they had to print, right? Yeah. This year, hey, they're gonna be micromanaging everybody's taxes. Nigga, don't think you're gonna get away with not paying some shit this year. Please believe. All right. My CPA gave me PTSD when I saw how much taxes I have to pay just for cashing in some of my crypto. Oh, that shit gonna give you a heart attack. It truly is. My homeboy, he's got a crypto IRA account. I forgot what he said he uses, man. I gotta ask him again. I thought about buying crypto through a Roth IRA, and then I thought about it. I said, bro, I am not trying to fucking wait until I'm 70 or like 60 or some shit to get my crypto out. That's why putting it in an IRA, granted, the taxes on them will be lesser, or some tax not even paid at all. I'm not trying to go through all that shit, bro. I'm not. I'm not. I am too young, and crypto is supposed to change my life in the next 10 years. That's what I'm banking on. And if I make my money in the next 10 years, I'm checking the deuces, dropping the mic. No more YouTube. No, well, no, I ain't lying. I'm lying. I'm gonna do YouTube because it's just too much fun for me. And I do it for the fun. The paycheck sucks. All right. Just know the paychecks are not Gucci. I gotta bust my ass for like pennies on the dollar. You feel me? But again, I digress. This is what I do. Yeah, I'm not trying to wait until I'm 50 or 60 or whatever, 65, ain't it, to cash out my crypto through an IRA. Granted, I know what taxes is like. I know what taxes is like, but no sir, no sir, no sir. Shout out to my brother Roger. What's good with you, pimping? A CPA that does crypto. Actually, when I get my tax filings and shit, I didn't cash out anything, so there wasn't really a win or a loss or some shit. So I don't think I owe taxes on that shit right now. Filipinas might be a little upset at first until their Prince Charming shows up with a sack of pesos for them, their husband, and Raffy Tofo. Shout out to Raffy Tofo. Everybody know Raffy about that life, bro. Everybody knows Raffy is about that life. One of the OGs in the game, Jerry Springer of the Philippines. Y'all know what it is. Steve, what's going on, bro? Appreciate you locking in. He said, I'm not concerned about the Filipinos. I'm worried about Amazon raising their Prime membership. Yes, Amazon's Prime membership being raised is a disaster, sir. It truly, truly is a disaster. He said that shirt. He said, good night, sir. He said these guys better start saying that before they fly over there. Are you talking about this one? I got to stop spending money like I sell dope. Or flash the cash, get the ass. That's my jam, bro. I am gonna put that on the shirt, y'all. Actually, I can't. I want to, but the person I have making my shirt is a female. I kind of feel bad making her put that shit on the shirt for me. She'll do it, but I feel bad making. I was like, yo, I got a shirt idea, but maybe you like it, maybe you won't. I mean, hell, if she gets paid, she'll be all right, though. I get it. For Airbnb, you have to choose two people when reserving and providing her name. Right. So there shouldn't be an issue if you provide a name. If you're bringing a different guest every night, that could be a problem. Ask ahead, guest friendly, so you guys know the rules. Exactly, guys. If you're trying to smash a different girl every night, Jesus Christ. I mean, damn, I get it. They got short-time hotels for that, y'all. Stick to the short time, or find your nearest short-time hotel, sir. You'll be all right. My man said, Refugee asking me how many hollow block bananas are on the line. Go says 20, sir, 20. You ain't no hollow block girl. You are not a hollow block girl. My man said, IRA crypto is a no-go for me. I know, man. I get it. I know bro, I'm already expecting that I'm going to have to pay taxes out the ass for my crypto when I cash them out. Thank God I haven't worried about cashing them out yet because I ain't made enough money to cash it out in the first place, right? And y'all know what the crypto market is right now, sir. It is not, I repeat, is not glowing for us. But what I will tell you is this, though. When I'm ready to cash out, if you want to take half of it, I'm just going to have to accept it. You feel me? I'm just going to have to accept it. And I'm good with that. I'm good with that decision because that is what I knew was likely to happen when I got into this bitch in the first place. And there's probably very few deductibles. I'll ask and consult my man Mike after. Mike, I'm sure you know some shit. Maybe maybe a guy can hook me up with some benefits or, be able to like put some deductions in there for my crypto. You know, we'll have that conversation when it's time to cross that bridge years down the line. But IRAs, man, for my crypto, yeah, that's a no go for me too, sir. No go for me. My man says I made about 2,500 by January 1st. This, if I keep the roll up next year, my tax return will be out the wazoo. Oh, it's going to be horrible. Yeah, if you made 2,500 in your first month and you consistently drop that, especially while you're overseas, yeah, sir, you're going to be into a rude awakening, sir. He said this year my tax return will get my ticket and my place to stay. Touche. Touche, my boy. Touche. Yo, we got 20 in the building. Yo, appreciate all 20 of y'all locking in with the good doc, man. Do not play games with me. Y'all already know what to do. If you haven't already dropped your like, make sure you caress, molest, and de-stress yourself all over that like button. It wants it, it needs it, most definitely has to happen. You guys want to support? Please feel free to do so. But of course, I'm happy and blessed y'all choose to come through. Spend a little bit of time with the boy today. Ngayon then. I know my Filipinos getting rusty, bro. My Tagalog is horrible. Ngayon then. Ngayon. All right. When I get back, man, I'm gonna have my girl run through a tutorial with me. Shit crazy. Anywho, my man says if you live in Puerto Rico for a year, they don't tax your crypto. Say less, bro. CJ, say less. Do I have to live there or just hold residence there? I don't mind holding residence there for a year, as long as I'm still able to travel. But that's tough, man. Damn, that is a lot of moves to be made. What the hell am I gonna do for a year in Puerto Rico? Panama. Can I do it in Panama? I've always wanted to go to Panama. I could do a year in Panama. Anywho, my man Steve says, Doc, I'm planning to move abroad, but do you know if the Philippines is at least or most tax friendly for foreigners? Oh wow, that's funny, bro. Well, you asking that question triggered something in my head that you guys aren't going to believe. All right, so many of you guys know, maybe you don't know, but let me divulge just some information about myself. Okay, when I was in the Philippines, I had my own business in the Philippines. Okay, there was a cosmetic company known as Ever Balena. Eberbilena. Ever Balena. It was a cosmetic company out of China, and I do believe that they were the biggest rival to Avon. Okay, so I had what was known as an authorized business center. So I had employees, you know, I had products. I used to buy the product at discount, sell it at regular price or retail or whatever, blah, blah, blah. I did my thing. It was all Gucci. Okay. Now, I had a young lady prepare my taxes for me, y'all. I had a young lady prepare my taxes for me. Now, again, let me make sure that I note this because I forgot to tell you guys. The business was in my young lady's name. Okay. The business was in the mean one's name. Number one, what I did is I had her sign a power of attorney that allowed me to take care of all the business transactions, everything. So that was pretty much how I was able to run the business. Baby girl just signed the paperwork and I did the power of attorney work. Wham, bam. That's how I operated. And of course, she didn't really want nothing to do with that damn business because it was mine, right? She sat at home. We used to go on dates and everything. She used to be able to reap the benefits of the success of the business. Okay, now let me get to what I'm getting at. Tax time. We used to have to pay taxes on the business every year. I had somebody prepare my books for me. I shit you not. 1 year, I paid 100 pesos in taxes. And I mean, we're talking about a very successful year, y'all. But after you deduct the water, the electric, and the rent, and all of this, and the purchasing of supplies, this, that, and the other, and you understand the margin and the difference between what you made and what you spent, dude, I paid like 100 pesos. 1 year, I paid 17 pesos, y'all. I don't even. It sounds funny to admit to it out loud, but I paid 17 pesos. So if you ask me, do I believe that the Philippines has very friendly tax? Not I want to say tax breaks, but they're very friendly tax wise. I do believe that they are. Okay, I do believe 100% that they are. Now, I want you to understand. That was in my girl's name at the time, of course. Filipino name on documentation. I just paid the bills and kept it pushing. I really don't know and or why a lot of foreigners would have businesses or anything that require them to pay taxes in the Philippines. Because if you're overseas but you're still how can I say this? If you're overseas but you're still like doing crypto trading, there's no crypto trading in the Philippines that I'm aware of. Maybe certain places allow you to buy Bitcoin. That just goes to show you how. And I mean, some Filipinos use Binance and other platforms, but for the most part, paying taxes there, you would probably still pay taxes in the States, even if you live there, right? Property taxes are pretty cheap if you have a house or something like that. So I've never really known the tax to be too much of an issue, foreigner or not, in the Philippines, y'all. You just got to get the right people in your corner. Like I said, the people who prepared my documentation were lovely. I tell you, I paid them more than what I paid in taxes, y'all. Baby girl would do my documentation for me. I'd pay 100 pesos. I'd give her 500, right? You know, it's kind of how it worked. And she was happy with that shit. Again, man, there's something about that cheap labor in the Philippines, with all due respect, man, that shit sets the world ablaze because these motherfuckers are good at what they do, and people don't give them the credit they deserve. Anywho, my man says that old buddy was saying in some places due to COVID regulation, your Filipino will not be allowed to stay with you. Hope you can. You got to ask him about that one, man. I think that if you want to get the clarification, just hit him up. Philippines is not tax friendly. You still pay the same as the U.S. That's what I was thinking. Even if I'm trying to figure out how and why a foreigner would be paying taxes in the Philippines, though. For what purpose would you, the foreigner, be paying taxes in the Philippines? Maybe I'm lost on that one. Like I'm thinking about it, but I'm lost on the thought on why foreigners would be paying taxes in the Philippines. What kind of business are you running, or are you trying to, buy and sell crypto? I don't know. Because usually you would still pay in the US. Like you could still do your taxes online or some shit. Maybe I'm wrong. Like I said, man, I know that when it comes tax time and doing what I need to do, I figure it out. I'll figure it out just before that time. Who I need to talk to. My man says a quick question off topic, Doc. Are you interested in doing a collaboration with International Passport for a Q&A? Yes, always. I mean, I'm always open to collaborations, bro. I like them. Therapeutic. I get on the channel. I get on somebody else's channel. They get to be introduced to the wonderful world of myself, and I get to be introduced to their audience. I think it's dope. If they're interested in collaborations, as long as I get a feel for the channel and make sure that everything is cool, people like to, I like to collab, but sometimes dealing with collaborations, all it takes is for something to go tits up for somebody, and Doc's over here being guilty by association because, oh, you remember that one time that you did that collaboration on somebody else's channel that time? That dude's channel got taken down? He's got a copyright strike? He was dealing with children or some shit? Yeah, that's the reason why you don't see a lot of me on other people's shit. That's the only reason I really don't collab like that. That's literally the reason. Because there's a lot of guilt by association, man. You can't be around nobody nowadays. So if I'm in the corner rocking by myself, very few people can fuck with. Right? If you don't like me, you just don't like me. You don't like me because I was dealing with it or hanging with somebody else. So, but yeah, man, I'm always open to do collabs, man. I talk a lot of shit. I come alive when I'm on somebody else's channel because I feel the need to show up and show out. So yeah, I mean, I do the same for y'all because I love y'all. Y'all gonna hear me say some ignorant shit, and it's on purpose, y'all. I do it on purpose, right? I tell everybody this, but they don't believe me. But everything that I say and or do is by design. God wanted me to say that shit. God wanted me to say, hey, man, sometimes a guy just wants his tickle. I'm sorry, he just wants his pickle tickled. Huh? Press one if you want your tickle pickled by a Filipino or your pickle tickled by a Filipino. And press one if you want your pickle tickled by a Filipino. Give me a thumbs up. Give me some ones. Give me some thumbs. See, God told me, he said, Mike, say that shit. Just say it. And this is where I'm at in my life, y'all. So, again, I appeal to a small group of people who just like the ignorant shit every now and again. So let me just have my fun. But yeah, man, collabs are dope. I love them. My man says, you will have a CPA in the States. Philippines knows nothing about crypto. Yeah, I would never have a Filipina do some crypto for me. I don't know, man. That's different, right? Like I said, man, they new to this. Like crypto is not a big thing in the Philippines just yet. You got Filipinos that are aware of it, but as far as what it means for the country, ain't too many people up on that shit. My man says, what would you do if the Philippines dropped the peso and took on the US dollar? Won't be a lot. There's a lot of guys that probably wouldn't travel, for sure. There will probably be a lot of guys that wouldn't travel. You definitely have to learn to create an LLC, man. And then if you want to take it to the next level, create a holdings company to manage the LLC. So you can write off your condo in the Philippines and several of expenses. Mike, wouldn't that be an S corp, right? That would be an S corp. To you would get the LLC first, and then after getting the LLC, get an S corp to run the LLC, right? I think that's what I remember because I was thinking about it, but I didn't have anything in play just yet when I was thinking about it. But I wanted to make sure that I had my ducks in a row. I think that was it. Maybe I'm wrong. All right. He said not friendly for foreigners, but friendly for Filipinos. Exactly. Put in your Filipinos name. Ta-da! Problem solved. He said, well, isn't the Philippines under a no double taxation agreement? Like if you are making USD as an expat working in an American company online, you're only paying taxes in the US. Yes, you're right. That's true. Yeah. Yeah, they don't tax you if you pay taxes in the US. I don't think so. Unless you're owning and or operating a physical business or you have a job that is Philippine based, I don't see you paying taxes as a foreigner in the Philippines. Ever. My man says probably different for business owners, though, I guess. But yeah, I had a business, physical business, but I didn't pay taxes as a living person. Why y'all laughing at my shit? He said 2 likes for the PT. I appreciate you logging in, bro. S Corp will manage the LLC. You are correct. Yes. Yay me, man. Hey, I got an A on this. I got an A on my exam today. That's what I thought. It's the S Corp that manages the LLC. Yeah. Like I said, I was just me getting my life together before I actually got it together. Long time ago. I do have an LLC. I need a new one, bro. I need a new one. Because that was when I was that was when I was entertaining the idea of doing general contracts for the military. That shit was fucking just crazy. Right before the pandemic hit, I was gonna do general contracts, man, for the military. I had already set up my shit, man. LLC looking pretty and shit. You know what I'm saying? Gotta go get another one though. They keep sending me documentation on that shit. That shit like 10 years old already. Anyway, not 10. I'm sorry, a couple years back. But anywho, like I said, man, 29 of y'all in the building, man. Look like we got 27 likes. I guess I can't complain. But if the other 2 people that didn't hit the like button want to hit the like button, it's right there for you, my boys. Anyways, yo, appreciate y'all locking in, bro. Unless y'all have anything else to talk about, I did not want to be on very long, but I definitely wanted to stimulate the intellect on the little things I was thinking about. And I hope that you guys are cool with me sharing in my shit, getting it all out this. Bro, how the hell am I going to open one in Delaware or Nevada? How in the world do I do that, sir? Well, yeah, if your business is online, it doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter where you have your. But damn, I got to pay. I know paying taxes in Delaware or Nevada. I can still do that shit online, right? Or do I have to report? Hey, man, that's a conversation for another day, Mike. We got to get into the logistics of that shit. But yeah, anyways, guys, like I said, man, some Filipinos are not going to be welcoming to us as foreigners coming to the country. Okay, I know this. I feel it. Something tells me we're going to have to not necessarily jump through hoops because that sounds stupid, but we're going to probably end up dealing with some that aren't used to seeing us, or, because we've been gone for so long and, foreigners ain't taking care of Filipinos like they used to. You know what it is. Somebody going to be in their feelings. So, yeah, I do believe that they'll get over it eventually. Like I said, they just have to reacclimate themselves to being around foreigners, right? Because we haven't been there for 2 years. With the exception of the chosen few of you guys who are already there, didn't leave or anything like that, that's different. But for those that are just coming into the country, or the fact that there are going to be probably droves of foreigners coming into the country, it's definitely going to benefit, but also create some uneasiness about foreigners being back into the country. All right. I think that we've touched on everything that we possibly can in the most inappropriate way humanly possible. Welcoming is definitely part of the culture. I agree with that one. They are definitely hospitable people, but they will be welcome. They will be unwelcoming if you cough. Oh yeah, the minute they see you in the corner, no sir, they're gonna be like, yo, you better get this motherfucker out of here. See, Here's the crazy thing about Filipino people, and y'all know this shit because y'all was probably there and or you saw this probably about back when it first started, right? If y'all remember distinctly, back when the whole pandemic and all of this shit first started, remember everybody shout out the president at the time, remember he was like it was called the Chinese virus and shit, the Wuhan virus before it was COVID-19. So they used to call it like the Chinese virus and shit. And I do remember distinctly Filipinos posting some very, very negative, nasty things about Chinese people around that time. Like I have literal screenshots that I have to find. I have literal screenshots about that time that basically showed how much they didn't like and or want, people around like that because of the fact that they knew that it came from a particular place. Now, fast forward where we are in 2022, and you can sit there and be like, well, the United States has the most infection rate and blah, 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 blah. And we're coming from the United States of America. You start coughing this shit, people gonna look at you suspect. Big facts. They gonna look at you like you crazy. You coughing in front of me? Fuck out of here with that, right? Because if you did that around me, I'm gonna look at you crazy too, right? That's why I try my damnedest not to cough around anybody. I try to hold that shit in. If I feel like I got a cough, bro, I try my damnedest to just hold it in. I don't want nobody looking at me sideways at all because, that could lead to some unnecessary like tension and animosity. We don't look at it like that, but, it is good that some people are taking that approach as well. Like I said, they're welcoming, friendly people in general. Like I said, but coughing now, severe no go, sir. Severe no go. All right. He said, if you win the lottery in the Philippines, yes, you have to pay taxes there. But once you get back in the United States, the U.S. wants a piece of the pie too, or go directly to jail. Who in their right mind would fly back to the United States and try to fly with that much cash? I would leave it in the Philippines. There's literally no reason whatsoever for you to take your lottery winnings out of the country in which you won it in. This is what I would do. For me, like, y'all know my dream and aspirations. I told y'all, man, I'm very much into wanting to be in the Middle East, guys. That has been my obsession for a long time. There's a lot of money to be made in the Middle East, right? There's a lot of money to be made doing a lot of different things, but in the Middle East, a lot of money to be made. I would not bring the money that I made in the Middle East back to the United States. I would just use the card at an ATM and take the money out as needed. Then I will claim the taxes that I need to for working overseas if they require me to claim those taxes. Now, you're going to have to pay those taxes if you're trying to come back to the United States and buy a $50,000, $100,000 house, right? They're going to wonder where all this money came from. So, yes, you need to have a tax record, of past, whatever you got going on. But it's just, you know, I don't think it's smart to ever bring your winnings if you do win the lottery. Just leave it in the country, man. Leave it in the banks. I can tell you right now, I have used my Philippine bank card at a USAA ATM machine and it worked just fine, right? It worked just fine. If it's Visa or MasterCard related and your card can connect to the machine, ain't no problem with that. I check my balances all the fucking time. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go check my balance tomorrow at Navy Federal. But yeah, I mean, I would never. I would just take the money out as I need. Now, like I said, if you're talking about trying to come back here and buy houses and shit, why wouldn't you ever just leave the money there? I just think that would be crazy for a person to do that. That's what I would say. Shout out to my man Smooth Wrist. What's going on with you, Pimpin? I just like to be the conversation starter. Like I said, I start the conversations, drop the mic, and walk away, sir. I try my best to keep it pushing, man. I hope you guys are enjoying it. If you did, don't forget that like, all right? You said you're only. Oh, I'm sorry, wrong conversation. My man, there is a lot of simping that is going on, and there's going to be a lot more once the country opens. You can bet your bottom dollar, sir. There's going to be a lot of that going on. Matter of fact, I think I might be participating in a little bit of that simping shit. I'm sorry, man. I am. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. I'm like, fuck it, man. I deserved it. I worked my ass off this year. If I want a girl to put her titties in my face, I want a girl to put her titties in my. I'm sorry. Just pardon me. Give me a second. But like I said, if I want to motorboat them shits, by golly, I'm a motorboat through shit. You know, that is my God-given right. As long as the person is a willing participant. Whew. I mean, I know what guys are coming to the Philippines for. I'm not even gonna act as if I'm oblivious to it, but you know, it is what it is, man. A lot of simping gonna be going on, though, my boy. You are 100% correct. Like I said, that might be in the corner sprinkling some pesos every now and again. Nothing more, nothing less. Feel bad for the first foreigners who get hit with the Poblacion Girl 2.0. That dude ain't gonna ever get a Filipino again. You ain't never lie. That is very true. Get caught with the vid and they know about it. Yeah, you get caught with the Omicron and they know about it. You'll never live that down. Don't ever get exposed for being that guy that got caught with the vid. Cause yeah, no girl will ever want to deal with you again. But then again, should we be required to have women expose themselves if they actually had the COVID as well, or the Omicron as well? I mean, because we're looking at it from our perspective. Do you think that we should have them not necessarily provide the fact that they've been vaccinated, because hit and miss with that, but do you think that we should ask them, yo, you should be able to let me know if you had it before, so at least know? Because I mean, we're dealing with a different landscape, gentlemen. Very, very different landscape. And with that being said, wouldn't you want to know if your partner of sorts actually had it? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I got it. Yes. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But that's the question, man. Would you want your person to divulge the fact that you that they actually had COVID or no? Yes or no? You can write yes or no in the chat. I don't think I care, but I think that you would probably want to know, right? He said, Doc, he said, about to become a Dubai oil baron. Hey, man, I am obsessed with money in the Middle East, y'all. Y'all think I'm playing. There's too much money to be made over there. And that's a very untapped market for foreigners. There's a lot of people over there doing government contract work that he likes. Trust me, that's the only way I ever found out about it. My dad used to do government contract work. And I'm not saying that I'm definitely going into government contracts, but I will tell you this. There's a lot of money to be made over in the Middle East, y'all. I'm talking about Qatar, Oman's, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, and places like that, of course. Alain, Sharjah. There's too much money to be made in the Middle Eastern countries, bro. That shit make me excited just thinking about it. Most small businesses won't benefit from the biggest advantages of incorporating in Delaware and Nevada. When you are making more money than you can count, you will see the benefits. Yeah. Like I said, I'm broke as hell, so any little bit work for me. Them allergies, bro. I don't know, big. I don't know, Pippin. You gotta be careful with how you cough around people nowadays, man. They might have let you slide before, but they'll hit you with a 1-2 jab, trying to figure out, my man, what you got going on over there, player? Hey, back. Give me 50 feet. He said, gotta get my tricky funds ready. CJ, you ain't the only one, boy. It's not the only one. It's not the only guy. Look, I've been waiting to trick since 2020. I've been waiting since 2020. When they told me that I couldn't fly to the Philippines that summer, I cried. When they told me I couldn't travel in 2021, I cried. It's 2022, y'all. Y'all better not tell me no again, yo. Y'all are not about to tell me no one more again. I mean, that'll just give me another year to save up cash and shit. And like I said, I've been working on some things, other things that have been keeping me busy and more focused than ever. So always got to make sure you stay connected. That's all. But my trick game is a sit game, right? I'm only allowed to trick on one young lady, of course. But I do believe in stimulating the economy, right? I think we need to we need to do our job to get the Philippine economy back to where it once was. All right. My boy says, "Hey Doc," he said, if you collected any losses in the market, you can write off up to 3,000. If you have gains, get your receipts together and try to balance out to pay as little taxes as possible. Um. All right. So real talk. I use M1 Finance, right? I use M1, and around March they send me a 1099. So they kind of do my balancing for me. They tell me how much money I made that year. I don't know if I can do anything about that because I think they're already with the 1099 form. I think they already put my wins and losses already together. Like for any of you guys that are subscribed to my Doc Talk Stock channel that I haven't posted on in a long ass time, I need to get back to it. If any of you guys are subscribed over there, you should go check it out for sure. Hit winkety wink, subscribe. You guys know that I lost a lot of money in I don't even remember what it was. What was that electric vehicle company that was looking to get the contract with FedEx, or was it USPS that were going to get the contracts to be the electric vehicle for USPS? What was that shit called again? Come on, y'all. I know y'all know. Because the minute the deal went to another company instead of them, yo, my stock dropped like half. Shit cut in half. And with M1 Finance, it doesn't sell it automatically, right? You got to wait for the next trading window. So I was fucked. So I lost over half of my cash. I just forgot the name of the company. So I did take an L that year. A big one. Big fat L with that particular stock, of course. So yeah, good shit. I made it up in dividends, but whatever. Like I was saying till I really interrupted myself, y'all. I hope that I don't have to pay a lot of taxes, but I guess whenever my stocks drop or my 1099 drops, I'll figure it out. Workhorse, yo, that's it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Workhorse. My workhorse ruined my damn life, y'all. Workhorse put me in the hole, man. Pissed me the fuck off, man. Doc was over here crying and shit like a little bitch. I'm like, man, I bet it all on them too, man. I was like, yo, they about to get this contract, y'all. No, sir. No, sir. Mm. Hey, man, win some, lose some. As long as the outcome is income. Told y'all. Sometimes we win some, sometimes we lose some. But as long as the outcome is income. All right, that's true. Um, but yeah, hopefully I don't have too many L's that I gotta take. He said better make sure that chicken don't turn into crabs. I'm good, man. I don't know, man. We ain't better have no crab boils, man. I think I'm straight. Yeah, I don't think I got it in me, man. I'm too old for that, man. I can't get down like I used to, bro. I'm getting too old. Man, when you hit your 30s, man, your life perspective changed like a lot. All I'm thinking about is getting my funds up and making sure that me and mine is good for a long period of time. You know what I'm saying? All that tricking and shit and fucking, it was great when you were a kid, your 20s. Trying to do better in life, man. But yeah, man, it was workhorse, y'all. Appreciate that because I was lost for about 2 seconds. My man says, if you go to Dubai, you may not ever go to the Philippines again. Those women are top notch in the Middle East. He said you can experience every nationality in that area, including Filipinos. Mac Dre, I know. And I was only there for a limited period of time, but yes, there is an eclectic blend of all nationalities in Dubai. I heard a statement, and I say this a lot. They say that the Emiratis, the people who make up the Emirates, the United Arab Emirates, UAE, they say that Emiratis only make up 10% of the entire population of their own country. The rest is the population of the rest of the world. So the other 90% is other people. I believe that that is still accurate. I may be wrong, a little bit flexy on the numbers, man. I might need to be a little bit flexible in my numbers. But if I remember correctly, they said 90% are foreigners. We'll just say that. I'm telling you, man, my biggest dream is Russian girls, man. Somebody told me about Russian girls, my whole life changed. That's exactly what I be thinking about all day long. I said Asian women are beautiful. I love me some Asians, Asian persuasion, for sure. Um, I love Asian women, y'all. But I heard Russian, man. I heard Russian women will change your life, and probably not in the best way. Somebody said that Russian women will fuck your life up. Then, if I wanted to, if I was single, not yet single, never gonna be single, probably not for a while. If the mean one has something to say about it, Doc is gonna be locked down for a long time. Hit, winkety wink. But if I was a single man, I'd probably get to experience, my women from India, because y'all be thinking I'm tripping when I told you I wanted to go to India. I'm telling you, I'm still gonna want to go to India. Call me crazy. Fuck out of here. I'm still going. If I can go, Mumbai is on the list of things to do, people. Mumbai is on the list of things to do. Okay? I do be hearing some weird shit over there though that be freaking me out. Like dudes be trying to fuck dudes and shit. I heard that. I was like, yo, that shit freaked me out. But I think I'll be alright. Don't let nobody buy me no drinks or some shit. I think I should be okay then. Maybe not. Anywho, yeah, I'll be hearing shit, but I digress. Dubai, Middle East, place to be, man. An eclectic blend of women from all nationalities. I went to a store. Matter of fact, I forgot. Damn it. Never mind. Don't ask me this. Oh, Top Shop. Top Shop. Yeah, I went to Top Shop in the mall over there. First time, and this is gonna sound fucking crazy. First time I ever seen a woman from Sudan, Sudanese. I had to ask her, like, where you from? Her skin tone was beautiful, bro. It was like this. It was. See, it's gonna sound bad when I say it, but when I looked at it, man, it was fucking gorgeous. Her skin tone was like a bluish black, like dead ass. She kept a short haircut. I saw her right in the mall. I said, "Where the fuck is she from?" So went into the mall. I bought some shit at Top Shop, and I asked her. She said, "I'm from Sudan." She said she's Sudanese. I said, "That's what's up." I've never seen a skin tone like that up close in person, of course. It was beautiful, y'all. She had this bluish black skin. Like that's really the best way for me to describe it. I was like, I thought that was crazy. But yeah, man, Dubai changed your life, man. Just got to be careful, yo. Don't be walking around with women that is not your wife. If you offend the people over there, your ass is going to jail. And I don't have time to go to jail. So I ain't hanging out with nobody out in public unless it's wifey. You know, I'm not gonna really do any public displays of affection. I'm not gonna kiss her in public. I'm probably not even gonna hold her hand. I know that's a bit dramatic, but you know, I think that if we do actually make it over there, just to be on the safe side, you know, just avoid that shit. Because you know, I don't want the oversensitivity of the people to get my life fucked up. You know, maybe that's just all right. He said it was always prime with the electric truck. Yeah, I mean, workhorse, man. I have no idea what they're trading today. I absolutely don't give a shit because they ruined my life. I could have held on to it and prayed, but no, 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 sir, no, sir. So yeah, that's the percentage, right? 10% Emirati, 90% foreign, I believe. He said hit one if you had if you had crabs, hit two, giving the middle finger, man. I pray that no man on this chat admits to having crabs, y'all. I love y'all, but this is not Mr. Krabs and the Krusty Krab down there working with SpongeBob and this pineapple under the sea, motherfucker. I don't want to know about your about your itchy experiences. Okay, let's keep that private. He said I seen some onyx black. He said fine as hell. I'm telling you, man. Literally, the best way for me to describe it was a bluish black type of color. I was like, man, that shit is gorgeous. And you know, I don't know what it is about y'all shitting on black folk, man. Good God Almighty, man. African women, God damn, bruh. I think if I wasn't so obsessed with Asia, I'd be in Africa right now. Real fact. Shout out to my big brother O'Shea Duke Jackson, gang gang. I know he's over there in is he Ghana or is he in Kenya now? I don't know where he at. I know he's there somewhere, killing it, regardless. Or Uganda, he's somewhere, man. Anyways, I've always had a plan to make the trip. Like I said, I got my yellow fever shot. I'm Gucci. I just can't wait. That thing is a lifetime shot. All it takes is one trip, y'all. I think that'll change my whole life perspective. Believe that. And it might change yours too. He said, when you go to India, make sure you make your way down south to Sri Lanka off the meat rack. Hey, man. Shout out to my brother Antoine Wade, man. My man over there at Black Heights, the YouTube channel. He came over here and blessed us with his presence for a interview once upon a time. That interview is still available. Yeah, he talked about Sri Lanka as well. Sri Lankan women. Wow. Big facts. Yes, sir. Like, I'm gonna try to avoid getting myself in trouble. But if you know, then you know, my boy. If you know, then you know. All right. He said many of the homies have lost themselves to meanness. I'm sorry. He said too bad if they always pick bad ones. You're right. Damn, yo, my shit started fucking up. Oh, boo. My shit started messing up over here. But yeah. I'm telling you, man, I heard Sri Lankan women I heard that shit hit different, man. But you know what question always comes? How do you feel about black men? Pretty sure I think black men do pretty well in almost every place they go. There's very few places that they go where they don't do well. Which is why I kind of get tired of hearing that question. But I digress. Shout out to my brother Wayne Johnson. What's good with you people? Appreciate you locking in. Middle East, North African. Oh, I'm sorry, brother. You know I'm slow as hell. I'm sorry, bro. I'm glad you clarified because I was looking slow as shit. If you find yourself in those areas, I can almost guarantee, sir, your whole life perspective gonna be different after that. That is factual. And it don't take much to have a little fun, man. Just be respectful, like we should, like we always say, and I think you'll be all right. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that is my time. I've put in enough effort and energy. Y'all have been a great audience tonight, as you always are. I don't know what it is that brings you over to this nonsense, but y'all continue to show up day in and day out. And it brings a tear to my eye, but I ain't no bitch, so I ain't gonna cry about it. But like I said, for y'all that don't know, I want you to hear me when I say this. Over here, you are loved and you are special. I repeat, you are loved and you are special. You know what that means to me? I appreciate the support, Pimpin'. I do. I appreciate y'all coming through, listening to me pop off about whatever it is that I feel like talking about that day. You guys are the best audience in Philippine genre history. I literally cannot find an audience better than you. I can't. I cannot. Right? Y'all are willing to go to bat if people try to come off at your boy the wrong way and shit in the chat. Y'all make sure y'all do what y'all do. Right? So I make sure, so my mods, my admins and stuff, y'all do y'all job. So I rock with y'all heavy, hard body for sure. So all of my silent partners in the background, the people who just listen to me talk for no apparent reason whatsoever. I don't know what it is that you're doing with your life behind closed doors. I hope that listening to me puts a smile on your face at least once a day. Right? I hope the good doc can serve his purpose, which is just to bring the content that I think people are interested in hearing. So all my silent partners, like I said, don't know what you're doing in the background, but just know I love you more than anything because y'all help move this channel in a direction that, you know, is beyond belief to me. Right? I'm not pressed by the numbers or anything like that, not pressed by the views. At this point, it's about what can I genuinely want to bring their ass over here to where the good doc is. You know what that is? Bringing it 100%, 110% every single time he goes live, with every video, with every YouTube short, whatever it is. I got you. Say less. All right. So thank you for my silent partners, to all my brethren who participate in the chat, who keep the conversation going, who add a little bit of information, who give information to people who have questions. Thank you. I fuck with y'all. Thank you. Without y'all, my channel wouldn't be shit. Y'all know that. A person can only go as far as the people who listen to him will allow him to go, if that makes sense. Okay? So we getting it, y'all. We getting it. 2022, man, let's get it. We're gonna be in a whole different hemisphere soon enough, man. We're gonna be in a different part of the world. 2022. I gotta call it, man. I gotta feel confidence that we are gonna be somewhere new in 2022. All right. So again, ladies and gentlemen, I love y'all. Y'all been an awesome crew. Much love and respect to the audience at hand. Much love to respect to everybody. If you haven't dropped your like, knock it out so we can get out. All right. Y'all know what time it is, man. Time for the good doc to go and get to getting. So with that being said, good doc is officially out. At least knuckle. Which means I am going now. Bye bye. As always, love you guys. Sincerely do. Makita. Bye bye. Peace.